From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2419, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Need to charge your batteries? Have you ever thought about transferring that power wirelessly? A company in Israel is doing just that.
Technology developed 10 years ago in Israel to permit wireless transfer of power has begun showing up in some world markets. The over-the-air system uses infrared, sent from transmitters that transform electricity into infrared beams, which they then send to nearby devices that need their batteries recharged. Line of sight is necessary for transmission to be successful, and one transmitter signal can cover about 130 square meters of area. For it to work, each device needs to have receivers attached to convert the infrared signals back into electricity. The company, YCharge, has trademarked the far-field wireless technology under the name AirCord. It is designed to replace the traditional need to plug in devices using cords to recharge them. According to the company website, the technology is already in use in some countries in retail, commercial, and industrial sectors. YCharge states that AirCord sends narrow beams that focus only on the devices equipped with receivers and has been certified safe by the Food and Drug Administration and Underwriters Laboratories in the U.S. and by the International Electrotechnical Commission in the UK. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
If you're planning to visit Australia anytime soon and want to get on the air, we have some encouraging news to share.
Whether you're a US technician class operator, a foundation license holder in the UK, or a ham with entry-level privileges in certain other countries, the new class license arrangements in Australia now permit you to get on the air up to a maximum of 365 consecutive days. Visitors from a list of countries no longer need to make a separate application for a license. They need only append VK/ before their home call sign. The Australian Media and Communications Authority has posted a list of countries with currently recognised foreign licence equivalents who may operate under Australian licence rules. Visit the ACMA page at the address given in the text version of this newscast at arnewsline.org. The ACMA makes it clear, however, that hams seeking to relocate to Australia will still need to apply for a licence in VK and receive a new VK home call. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
If you or your club have a project that helps further the mission of amateur radio for everyone, now is the time to consider a grant from Amateur Radio Digital Communications.
April 1st is the deadline to apply for grants from Amateur Radio Digital Communications for this year. The grants are distributed across 3 categories that are consistent with ARDC's mission. The first type of grant supports and grows ham radio by helping to fund emergency communications initiatives, licensing instruction, and repeater infrastructure. In another category, ARDC also supports education in schools directly, funding support and mentorship of STEAM programs that link to ham radio, digital communications, or wireless technology. Education grants also include support of scholarships. Finally, research and development projects such as the M17 Open Protocol Project and Tangerine SDR, 2 previous recipients, are given support to ensure ham radio has access to state-of-the-art technology. Any projects receiving an ARDC grant must be made available to the public, and in the case of software, must be open source. Visit the website ardc.net to read more about the grants and to find an application form. This is Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
The nominating period for the Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Memorial Young Ham of the Year Award is now open and runs through the end of May. More information and a nominating form can be found at arnewsline.org under the Awards tab. And finally, all of us at Amateur Radio Newsline and Ham Nation are mourning the passing of Bob Heil, K9EID. Bob was a giant in the amateur radio and music communities. He was a pioneer, inventor, and mentor. He and Newsline's founder, Bill Pasternak, WA6ITF, had a decades-long friendship. Bob has always been a supporter of our Young Ham of the Year Award, of which Heil Sound is a corporate sponsor. In the current Newsline report and on our website under the Extra tab, you'll hear memories of Bob Heil from our staff who knew him. He was our friend, and we send our deepest condolences to his family, those at Heil Sound, and all who knew him. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, John Williams, VK4JJW, Stephen Kinford, N8WB, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.